Hi friends, my name is Mohr. Let's test ArtRage 5 Beta. So we recently tested ArtRage 4, and a few days ago the developers contacted me and gave me this beta of ArtRage 5 that is coming out early 2017. So there's that. They also gave me a bunch of different presets for the new custom brush. We'll be checking that out probably in the next episode, when we'll try to paint something. But today let's go through all kinds of different changes and what they have in that custom brush designer, which is like a new brush engine, I suppose. I remember some of the fronts said in the comments of the ArtRage 4 video that there is kind of like the ability of creating custom brushes in ArtRage 4, but in here it's like much more powerful or something. We'll see. Also, another thing, the developers said that they will give away 5 licenses for ArtRage 5, probably whenever it comes out. But anyway, let's do a contest, an art contest. Let's paint a mascot for ArtRage. This is just my idea, I have no idea how that will come up. But yeah, let's paint a character that would represent if ArtRage was a character, what it would look like. You know how they do that for PlayStation and all that. I think that would be cool. So I'll select 5 best versions of the character in about 2 weeks, maybe a bit less, maybe in 10 days. And yeah, I'll give away 5 licenses. And by the best character, I mean not the level of your art skills, because obviously that's very different. What really matters is the effort and the cool idea. So I will keep that in mind and you keep that in mind. So there's that. Mentioned everything I wanted to say. Now let's actually dig into the program. I have both versions open. This is ArtRage 5 and this is 4. You can see the biggest difference in the upper panel. It's like a big thing now. Also these little things. They are the new guides, which is a totally new thing. How do I remove you now? You are guides, right? Probably here. It doesn't have hotkeys yet. Yeah, this is beta version, so I was promised there's a lot of bugs in here. Let's find them. Clear guides. Alright. So there's that. They're just vertical guides. Probably best for creating design of something. Because I don't think they can rotate, right? Yeah, they're just classical kind of guides like in Photoshop. So, let's go through some brushes. They're mostly the same, although a little bit different, all of them. We are at 6K resolution right now, so everything is fair and square. Ooh, first one thing though. I read there's docking mode for interface and also lights out mode. I'm really excited about the last one. But let's see what docking mode is. I think I saw it right here. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Oh. Whoa, this is compact. What is this? Samples, alright. This is color like this. Cool. Okay, this is very clean. And all the brushes are like this. Okay, for a small screen or something, it's really cool. Okay, let's probably go to the default size for now, and let's try lights out. Ooh, yeah baby. Dark mode. Well, this is the new default, what can I say? Okay, so I remember in the description there's a new pencil brush that looks more realistic. Okay, let's compare to an old one. Oh, it had a super tilting or something before. I mean, it's not bad, the old one. And the new one is a much more sharper. Still has tilting, but it's kind of less. Oh, it's more sharp like this. Yeah, this looks a lot more like a pencil, alright. I don't know why I always do this. Trying to draw a circle. Wow, I'm so good. Alright. Yeah, I wanted to mostly spend time trying this custom brush thing, so here it is. As you can see before, there was this brush, the cloner, and now it's gone, and in here we have this custom brush. And so here there will be a bunch of presets in the final version, I suppose. But if we go into settings, there's brush designer. So right now it's just a soft brush like this. Canvas grain. Oh yeah, there's a thing, like each brush can, or not each brush, the custom brush can have its own texture, like its own grain, but then there's always a constant canvas grain that you can reveal as well. So there's like two textures at the same time. And that's interesting. I wonder, like, in the document settings, right click here? Canvas settings, sounds like a thing. Yeah, grain, here it is. So yeah, you can select, okay, from the collection, let's do that. Yeah, let's do actual, like, canvas thing. Yeah, don't show it. Canvas lighting. When there's no direct light, the texture won't be visible without actual paint applied. Smoothing. Yeah, smoothing is really weird. It's like a post-stroke smoothing. So you make a stroke, and then it makes it smooth. Pretty cool, but you really don't know what you will end up with until you release the pen. I guess it may work somewhere. I don't know what to do with the stabilizers anyway. Okay, so in here we have all kinds of stuff. This is two alphas. This is alpha of the pattern of the brush, the head. And the grain is the texture of the brush, the other alpha for it. So these two things. Let's load one of mine. Yeah, I tried loading one of the brushes and I ended up having a weird thing. Like it works inverted, which is kind of weird. You kind of expect it to be that way. Or at least there should be like a button that would invert the alpha, right? So yeah, that would be really cool. Whenever you load up alphas, they always end up being inverted somewhere. So it's always nice to have an invert button. So I inverted it myself. So this is my Miyako brush from Photoshop. And let's choose grain. What's in the collection? Oh yeah, there's only some small collection for the brushes and that's it in this beta. So let's load something of my own. Okay, seamless. What do we have here? This looks cool from this distance. Okay, let's give it a try. So, depth spacing. Well, maybe 2%. Or even 1, I think. Yeah, this is gonna be heavy. Oh yeah, one thing, like, while you're in this preview, you can select color with this thing, and this I only figured out, like, it was hard to understand that this is a thing that's interactive, so you can change the size here as well. Okay, 1% brushes is a bad idea. Let's prepare something else. I want to create an ultimate amazing brush. I recently changed the whole set of my brushes. I don't think I uploaded it anywhere yet. It's like super new. So I have a new version of Miyako brush that basically paints like this, and I really like it. Let's see what we can do with it in ArtRage. And this is what the pattern looks like. So the point of it is that it's motion blurred in the direction of the stroke. So it kind of like minimizes the visual effect of steps. It looks smooth if the brush is rotating directionally like a car. So let's see how we can set it up with a custom brush engine in ArtRage. Okay. Oh, it squished it to a rectangular shape. Well, I can say I'm happy about that. Because now I'll have to make the step shorter. Okay, right now it's tilting. Let's see if we can make it directional, which is my new trend. Oh yeah, that's really cool. Where is it? It can have a random start angle, which is awesome for the brushes that are not rotating, or rotating in the direction maybe as well, but it's not gonna be like working awesomely with the whole motion blur effect. But it's awesome because every time you start a stroke, you can see like the brush is always at a different angle, and it stays at that angle during the whole stroke. So you will never end up with, you know, a bunch of strokes that always look the same in the beginning. That's so annoying in Photoshop. Like, I constantly have to find a work around that so it wouldn't look so fake. So there's that. Now, follow stroke, that's the directional thing. And it's cool that it has like percentage. So at a certain point it can be rotating, but like a little bit rotating with a stroke. That's kind of close to what a natural brush does, I guess. Kind of. Well, not really, but it's really getting closer to that. Anyway, we need 100% in order to make the motion blur effect work. Okay, I seem to be unable to turn off the tilting of the brush. Like, it's following in direction, but the initial angle of the brush is still dependent on what the position of the pen is. I wonder if it's available to turn off. Never thought that would be a problem too, being unable to remove tilting and not the other way around. So if I put the pen like this vertically, it then kinda works with the whole thing. But the angle is not perfect, and we kinda need it perfect. Okay, so there seems to be no way to do that, to turn off the tilting control. Well, let's try another alpha then. So, it's always gonna be tilting, it's always trying to simulate a realistic brush. Like a few months ago, I would be only happy about it, because I was always using all brushes tilting. Oh, well, let's try and do Canada. I think we can work with that, only we need to invert it. Yep. Oh, and also, it stretches it into a rectangular shape. So, making the document rectangular, I assume that will prevent it from stretching. And let's invert it. Okay, no need to follow stroke now. It's like this. Yeah, it needs some control, like in here in place, to control the basic settings of the alpha. Like right now I'm gonna need to rotate it. It should be horizontal when I hold the pen like this. So we need to rotate it 90 degrees here. Alright, this works pretty much great. Now let's add some texture to it. Grain size. The bigger the better. I also like going over 100% though. When the texture is kinda like blurred out, the pixels are big and smooth. The brush looks like it's kinda wet. It's kinda cool effect. Grain progression. Oh, this is the way, like how much of it is actually revealed. Oh yes, baby. Is it actually over 100% of the scale right now? I'm not sure. Scale with head. Ooh, and rotate with head. So the texture becomes bigger as I press bigger. Oh yeah, it kind of even stretches when I'm increasing and decreasing the size. Cool. And it can rotate with the head. So basically, you never end up with the same kind of position of the texture because you tilt it differently. That's awesome. That's something that Photoshop doesn't do. You can't actually like move the texture at all with your stroke. So it's always like if there's a hole in a texture, you won't be able to paint over it. Oh yeah, this feels really nice. Although there's some glitchy control over the size change from the pressure. If I make the stroke quickly, we can see these steps going on. Yeah, it's obviously stretched over 100% by the way. We can see these blurry pixels. Cool, that's why I like what it looks like. Let's make the size. I wonder 100% of actual texture is 10% or what? Or probably 50, right? Yeah, this looks like it's really sharp looking. This is probably 100%. Okay, like I don't like when it's like 100% sharp, so let's make it 75. Oh yeah, much nicer look. Okay, let's see what's in the... This is like a stroke settings. Oh, that's right. Well, I already like this brush. I don't know. Let's maybe make the change of the size a bit less. This is the kind of brush that doesn't really need. So minimum size is like 75%. Cool, this is so cool to have this in ArtRage. Like actual decent custom alpha brushes with engine that has a lot of stuff. Although I could use a few more controls. Okay, I think I found one bug. It doesn't seem to actually control the opacity of the stroke. Like right now we have minimum opacity 0, maximum 100. So if I press slightly, it's supposed to be really transparent, right? But it's not. It's completely opaque. And when I press harder, it's no change, only the size is changing a bit. So that's probably one of the bugs, like opacity control doesn't work at all at the moment. Okay, tapper length. Oh, it's post-processing thing. Size tappering. Oh, it's making the strokes smoothly going smaller in the beginning and the end. It also messes up the texture though. Size tapering, opacity tapering. Oh yeah, it's going away. Tapper bias. Oh, now it actually works from the beginning, but not that much from the end. So maybe 50% will do both. Yep. Now let's increase the length. Oh, that is pretty, but the texture totally goes away. Nice. And smoothing is also post-processing of the stroke. Yeah, let's turn that off. Yeah, opacity is a thing, like it doesn't work at all. Like the master opacity works like this. By the way, this is the actual opacity, not flow. And in here we have dab opacity, which is the flow. Cool, it has both types of transparency. Awesome. So this makes only, I don't know, there's no way to control dab opacity or stroke opacity with the pressure. That's the thing. But I mean, even just having dab opacity separately and having the stroke opacity overall, that is really cool. But stroke opacity really needs to have a control with the pen pressure, then it really works awesomely. Now, loading. That's how much paint there is in the stroke, right? Yep, goes away. Canvas grain amount. Why is it here? Oh, canvas grain. That's the same thing we saw in the quick settings here. Alright, a little bit. Yeah, let's change this texture, it's gross. Oh yeah, here we go. Double texture effect. And the canvas texture will never be shifting, like it won't rotate or anything, it's always there. Plus your brush texture that will be changing its position. That's pretty complex, I like it. You can't have too much textures. That's weird. On the canvas, the brush of the same size is noticeably slower. Oh no, it's kind of the same, never mind. So yeah, those are the possibilities and the limitations of the custom brush designer so far. I don't know, will there be more features added to it? And yeah, another thing, finger gestures, same as in ArtRage 4, they just don't work. I keep painting with my finger. Maybe it has something to do with my specific tablet, the Companion 2. But like in settings, I have input device, multi-touch, gestures on. So it's supposed to work, but it doesn't. Okay, back to my favorite brush. Oh, this blending is so satisfying. Okay, what else? Let me check some descriptions of the new things. New Pastel Tool. Ooh, they're a lot more textury, mostly. And... oh yeah, this is a huge improvement. And it's tilting too. This is when I'm 90 degrees, and this is at the angle. Super cool, yeah, this is a good one. It's pretty fast for this size. Okay, what else? Warp and perspective. What is that about? So yeah, there's more transformation tools, that's what that's about. This is new, right? Seems like it's new. Are you warp? You're free. Oh, it's different modes, so right now I can just stretch things around. That's cool. Content perspective. Oh, this is good. Yeah, so it's like changing like it's a wall at an angle. I actually never thought that that requires a different kind of distortion to be an actual perspective. This is making me think things. Okay, so this is the transformation in general. That's not perspective. Or there was the perspective distortion. That's probably the thing, right? I want to try warp. Whoa, the selection is taking some time. Let's try tools. Maybe it's here. Edit. Warp. Here we go. Okay, what the hell is that? That's something about a brush. Oh no, warp is a distorto brush, the liquefy thing. Oh, this is really nice. It didn't take place before, right? Yeah, that's cool to have it. Hardness. Oh, it's moving somewhat in a special way. It's like flowing over the previous strokes. Interesting. Layer effects. Where art thou? Right click. Layer effects. Shadow. Okay, we need a new layer for that kind of stuff to show up. Okay. Shadow, yes. Opacity, radius. Oh, that looks so tasty, I don't know why. Glow, radius. The radius is pretty small everywhere. Okay, so effect is applied, so it's real time. All like in Photoshop, right? Oh yeah, cool. Nice, there's a pretty good set of different things, like all-purpose stuff. I gotta say, everything is pretty stable for a beta that is kinda far from the final release yet. Only some features are not working exactly correctly, but that's about it. Improved interface. UI redesign. Oh yes. Hello darkness, my old friend. Multiple documents. Oh yeah, multiple documents is a thing now. I actually had no idea it wasn't a thing before, like you can't open a bunch of documents at the same time in the window. And in the new version you have this. So, new painting, choose the resolution and all. ArtRage is busy, well excuse me. So here it goes, so we now have it like this. It would be cool to have them as tabs in here. Feels like an obvious thing to go, but so far it's like this. I feel like that will take place in the final version. Cool, so multiple documents. That's pretty sweet. By the way, there was like a performance improvement, but I'm not sure that we'll be actually able to see the difference. Let's compare. So, maximum size of this brush. By the way, it looks like a brick here, and in here it's a circle. This is looking smoother. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if it's gonna be visible on in the video, but this has a huge drop of frame in the middle. And this one is just 60 FPS. Or like 30 really. But yeah, this is much more smooth actually. Awesome. Usually they just say the performance improvement, like sure. No, that's totally faster. Okay, so what's in this color settings? Blending modes. Multiply. Well, it works. What about these? Pick up color. Is this some sort of blending? Oh yeah, wow, this looks so nice. With all the textures, it's always so satisfying. Yeah, really cool, really excited about this custom brush engine. This is really great to have that all-purpose ultimate tool inside of ArtRage. Like, this is the most exciting feature for me so far. The black interface, and also the brush engine, okay. Don't forget about the contest, the ArtRage mascot. A character, a girl, or maybe some kind of just fantasy animal. Think about what the design of the program looks like and what the program is about, and come up with a character that would look fitting for that. But for now, this is it. And I thank you for watching if you did. I guess you did if you're here. Leave a like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Rotate with head. Do whatever you want. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. I mean, I do love painting with fingers, but being able to zoom with the finger is kinda better.